It's a dark, cold world out there. There's a time to live and a time for a man to die. There are places for dead men in the earth and the sky. Don't you venture too far now, 'cause you can't come back from the place where the good guys always dress in black.
What is up? How you guys doing? Hanging in there on this funky, fresh Friday night, living the dream. I hope you like that new intro that Derek made. I think it's pretty sweet. Pretty proud of it. What's new, motherfuckers? How you hanging? You know who I am. I'm Rowdy Radloff. I'm here for another RowdCAST. You know exactly what I do. I am here to rant about some shit, laugh about some shit, and discuss some shit, hopefully. So the phone lines are going to be open. How it's going to work, we're going to talk about some shit. If you want to imply something, you want to respond or say something fucking stupid, you can call and you can talk to me, okay? Derek's with me. Derek's running the computer, so he may pull up some shit to look at. But let's get into it, because I have a lot to talk about. I had almost too much. I almost filled a full sheet of paper front and back. That's not normal for a RowdCAST. So there's a lot of stuff we need to get into. All right, the first thing that I have to get off my chest, let me see if I can fix my, I don't know if my camera's good or not. I really don't give a fuck.
I would aim it down a little bit more so you can see more of your beautiful face that God gave you. There you go. Now I can come. Now I can come.
Okay, you can finish now. So what we got to talk about, okay? We know that we're in an outrage culture. We know that we have this fucking wild shit going on right now where everybody is offended by everything. Everybody's trying to tell you what to do and control you and what to think and what's bad and what's not and what's allowed to be said and what's not allowed to be said and what you can put on the internet and what you can't put on the internet. With all that going on, there were some stories that popped up just recently. The one being that they're saying that Mary Poppins, there's a scene in Mary Poppins. I've never fully watched Mary Poppins. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe seen it a couple times in music class or something, a couple scenes, but I've never sat down and watched Mary Poppins. I couldn't tell you what scene they're talking about. But supposedly they're dancing on the rooftop. They come out of the chimney. They have soot on them, and they're dancing. And they fucking are trying to say that this is cultural appropriation and this is blackface and that this is racist to African-American people. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. And they just pulled something last week with these coal miners, a picture of a restaurant of coal miners that had soot on their face, and they said this is racist. I don't know if I think that you have to be trying to offend someone. I mean, even if we want to say, okay, if you paint your face black, that is a racist symbol. You can't do that. I think that's stretching a little bit, but okay, we'll give you that. But for having soot on your face from being dirty from working and trying to say that you're being a racist, that's one of the most outrageous things that I've ever heard in my life. And we can't deal with that. There's another thing that just hit last night where Gucci is making this sweater. It's an $890 sweatshirt, okay, or sweater, and the bottom of it pulls up like a baklava, and it looks kind of like a ski mask, like the bottom of a ski mask, the way it goes around your mouth. And again, these people are saying, that this is fucking racist. They're saying that this is blackface. I didn't know a ski mask was blackface. That's wearing it. That's what you do when you rob a bank, or you're trying to hide out in the fucking woods. Like, how is that cultural appropriation? I'm getting really confused. Like, I'm stretching. And then I seen like a comment on one of the things that said, if Gucci hired more black people, they wouldn't make the decision. you know, they would be smart enough to not make these fucking decisions because they'd have more black people there and they would know that's racist. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, people. You're crazy. The only thing that people should be outraged about is that they're charging $890 for a fucking sweatshirt. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anybody that pays that, like, you fucking joking me? I'm not trying to drop $900 on a fucking sweater. I'd rather do a lot of things with $900. I'd rather buy strippers and cocaine. But you know, we're getting so fucking outraged about this shit, about fucking Gucci sweatshirts and fucking Mary Poppins, and you're worried about, you're saying this is racist, and you have shit that was going on where this, I don't know if you guys followed this at all, but there's a someone shooting in a mall, shooting people, threatening people. Samaritan, I think, I don't know if he was in armed forces, something, army, not sure exactly what he did, had a licensed firearm on him, and his friends were inside the store, and the shooter was there, and he went after his friends with the gun to try to stop the shooter, and the cops arrived, and when they arrived, they seen him with a gun, and one of the cops shot him and killed him, and they just, you know, they were trying to press charges, I believe, on the police officer, but he walked away scot-free, you know, and that's a sticky situation there. You know, what shit happens, you know, especially when shit gets crazy. But he had a licensed firearm. He was trying to do the right thing, and he got killed. But you don't hear much about that. You hear a lot about the fucking Gucci sweater and a lot about fucking Mary Poppins. But you don't hear about this guy that, you know, risked it all trying to save his friends and got shot in the crossfire. And the cop gets nothing. The cop gets, oh, well, it's another dude dead. You know, we need to be more outraged by the shit that actually matters than this fucking stuff that the media throws at us every day and tries to twist the little knives in our backs and make us think certain ways and talk certain ways and do fucking certain shit, you know? It's outrageous. You agree, Derek? It's fucking outrageous, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not real. It's like, end of the day. And you know what, man? I really don't think it is real, man. I think that they say that, you see these articles and they say that so-and-so is pissed about this, but I don't really ever, I don't know if they really are. Did the news just wake up that day and say, man, a lot of people are pissed about this? And it's, you know, maybe 2 or 3 people are like, you know what, I fucking hate this. And then like that turns into like a lot of people are saying it's, you know, it's, I don't know. I think it's a lot of hysteria, man, especially if the news is telling you that there's an outrage over, like, seriously, the blackface thing. It was one person in Tempe or Phoenix or wherever it was one person that saw that photo of a person saw the photo of people working in the coal mine and said, that could technically be called blackface. So therefore, you don't have somebody who was offended. You have somebody who had an opportunity to be offended. And those two things are very different. I think if you're offended by something, then people should hear you out and find out, you know, what's going on, and maybe you can clear it up. But if you're just have an opportunity to be offended, then fuck off. You're not really offended. You're just trying to fucking play politics.
That's a good way of saying that. It's like, one person wrote a fucking blog or has a fucking website.
And now it's like, oh, there's an public outcry.
Everybody's going crazy. It's like, no. And that's the other thing is, that's good. I'm glad I'm on this fucking topic. That's the other thing now. You got fucking, dude, I used to love Vice. I used to live by everything Vice fucking did. And now you have, like, Vice is a site that does it. I think Yahoo fucking does it. Fucking, they throw these opinion articles in there. Like, you'll be seeing normal headlines, and then you see one, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like Fight Club was a terrible movie, actually. It's like, what? You're like, what the fuck is this motherfucker? And then you start looking at it, and you're like, oh, it's just like some fucking douchebag's opinion. It's not even... But the way they put them in there, you think that it's like you were just saying, like, none of it's fucking real.
No,
you know, it's like you're just putting people's opinions in with journalism. Like, what is fucking journalism? I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know, man,
You know?
but I don't know. Like, I'm not super bummed out that we don't. I mean, they obviously can't tell us the truth, Rowdy.
I
The
agree with
powers that be.
I
That's
agree.
the thing, you
This
know.
shit's so crazy.
Jack Nicholson said it best. You can't handle the truth. You don't want to know if 9/11 was an inside job. You don't want. I saw a meme today. What if JFK? What if nobody shot JFK? What if his head just did that? You know, it's like you don't want to know why his head did that. You know, it's like
Aliens
really
shot him.
exactly. I mean, do you really want to know that there are aliens looking at us like a fucking ant farm? And you notice that all the good jobs in this country usually involve pulling resources out of the earth. What if they're just fucking shape-shifting fucking lizards that are having us drain our earth of all of its resources in exchange for big screen TVs and cocaine and Bud Light? And then now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Alex Jones would be right. It's the fucking lizard people.
Hey, if Men in Black, they said like, you know, the National Enquirer was right. Wouldn't it be fucked if Alex Jones was right the whole time?
Yeah, they drink fucking baby blood and shit. Fucking satanic rituals. Dance around baby parts and fucking. You ever seen that thing though he showed with the? I always thought it was weird as fuck. The Bohemian Grove.
Mm-hmm.
You ever know anything about that? That's some weird shit, man. There is some. I mean, there's some weird conspiracy. There's some weird man clubs out there that fucking do some borderline real gay.
Yeah, but I mean, is it
shit.
really that surprising though? Because I mean, go to any fucking fraternity and you'll see guys from ages 18 to 25 doing the same, probably even more gayer shit in the name of fraternity. So? And then, yeah, I mean,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. College. Yeah.
I mean, dude, there are straight up girls out there that'll go out and suck and fuck a guy just because, like, okay, girls, we're gonna go fuck tonight. You know, like that's. It's mind control, but it's done by like people. Like the payoff is you might be cool. You might be cool if you do all this shit and follow all these rules. It's probably all satanic, bro. Like
it could be.
I don't know, man.
There's some dark magic for sure. There's some fucking. I felt some fucking evil forces.
Do you fucks with the dark magic, the dark stuff?
I do. I'm not like a. What do they call that? A Wiccan or something? Mm-hmm. I'm not. No, I don't believe in that shit. I always laugh at people that fucking tell you that they make rocks heal you. And they're like, put the rock in your hand. It'll send a charge through you. You'll feel the buzz. It's like, no, dude. I feel nothing. This rock's not going to heal me. I'm not going to put that piece of shit. Or people that put like crystals above their doorways. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that for? What do you put quartz or crystals above your doorways? Is that a good luck thing?
I think it's like astronomical. Like it's like pieces of earth or pieces of aren't crystals from like outer space. I don't know anything about crystals.
I have no idea if they're from outer space.
Like from meteors and stuff, you know?
Maybe you would think so. They look weird. What about, dude, fungus, man? That's straight up fucking like mushrooms and shit. Fungus is so like out of this world, like otherworldly. Mold is fucking crazy, man. It's an organism.
Yeah.
You know, takes over your house and shit. That's fucking nuts. You're living with aliens, dude, breathing in your basement. You know, you think about it. Fucking
dude, you ever
crazy.
Another thing, when I get like really into the whole like let's believe crazy shit, like I think that flies are little robots, but they're made like they I don't know. I think that they're like little cameras. You ever notice that flies will get right in your fucking face, man? They're like bzzz, like they're like fucking scanning you for something. Like the aliens are like, you need to go check out old Rowdy today. Fucking scan his face, see if it's his time to be harvested.
It's a possibility, dude. They're little tiny robots, you think?
Just little tiny like NSA robots, dude. I mean, sure, there's real flies, but if they could. I mean, that'd be a good way. And then what if they smash it? What, you're out like 6 cents? You have some little Asian kid make it.
A little fucking micro machine type thing. Yeah. I'm sure. I mean, dude, I'm sure they could make. That's definitely a real thing that could easily be made. A little camera, a little bug.
See, what if we made it? What if we got the bedroom radio, the fly, and it's the smallest drone technology. It's the size of a fly. And it has like a fucking state-of-the-art microphone and camera on it. And you can fucking follow your bitch to work and stuff.
That would be great. I'd buy some. I always want to follow my bitch.
I'll be following my bitch to work every day. Like, where are you going? Who's that man?
Strong.
Who's that man?
catch a backhand. dude. I want to talk about this this chick. Do you see about this stripper that ripped the fucking electrical meter off the wall in the strip club?
Yeah,
I want to do two things. I want to check this article out, and then I would like to look up the gentleman's club that she worked at, because I have a feeling that that's going to be gold mine.
Let me see. Oh, there you go.
Look at that. Who wants that? Who wants that? Do I want her to punch me in the face and rob me?
God don't make no junk, Rowdy.
God don't make. I don't know if that was junk. If God made junk, but it turned into junk. It's God awful. That's scary.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't be stoked if I went to the strip club and like they were like, "Bring her out, Trisha," and she came out. I'd be like, nah.
Dude, what's the saddest thing you've ever seen at a strip club?
A girl passing out on me while she was dancing for me.
That's the saddest thing.
Or this girl that used to spread her legs and pretend she'd play air guitar on her pussy, and she's like, "Y'all like my clit-tar?" And I thought she was a saint, dude. I would always go to the stage to give her $1, and she'd always like just shake her shoulder and make her boobie fucking go left and right, and it would do it right on my nose. But I don't know. I was just sad at her because she was like old, bro. Like she was like 40, and she was competing with all these like 18-year-old fucking chicks with bullet holes in them.
It gets sad. It just gets sad.
Well, first the other girl was way hotter, and I was like,
I used to do that. I used to work at the Cheetah downtown.
Well, let me tell you what I learned, man. I got the hottest girl in the room when I first went to the titty bar down there in North Carolina. I told my coworker, this is who I am. I told my coworker, "Hey, I got to go to my house for a little bit, man. I'll be back." And I went to the titty bar, and then I paid $20 for this hot ass chick to give me a lap dance, and all she did was she just like kind of sat on my lap, and she was like, "This is my first day. I don't really know what I'm doing." And I was like, "Okay." She's like, "I guess like I'm supposed to have one foot on the floor at all times, or if I want to get like crazy, I have to have one hand on the floor. Oh, by the way, your song's over. Nice to meet you." I was like, "You fucking twat." So I was like, so the old lady saw me, and she's like, "If you buy a dance from me, I'll make sure." She fucking gave me a wonderful dance, and her finale, you know what she did, Rowdy?
Gave you a little jerk.
No,
little jerk off through your pants.
She moved her panties out of the way and showed me her butthole, and then she did it like blew me kisses with it, you know?
Oh, really? Puckered it?
She puckered the butthole for me, and I was like, $20 worth it. That was awesome.
Thanks for making my night, lady.
My afternoon, I had to go back to work and sell cigarettes to minors after that.
It's a good afternoon, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, dude. Down in Atlanta where I used to live, there was a Claremont Lounge. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's like this, fucking historic spot in Atlanta. It's like an old hotel that's like run down, and I think it's vacant, and it's in the basement. It's this bar, and they have strippers there, and it's kind of like a novelty type thing, where they have like they'll have like heavy metal, and it's like in this seedy ass fucking concrete basement with a bar. And it reminds me of like From Dusk Till Dawn type shit.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't open till like 10. Fucking it's like burn barrels outside.
Yeah.
Like go inside but they have these strippers, and they have this one, her name's Little Bo Peep, and she's like 80, 90 years old, wears Little Bo Peep costume and fucking walks around, and she's got these little glowing things on her fucking fingers. They're like little lights, and she'll flick up her dress or her skirt and put her little light down there by her fucking old vag, dude. And put it right in your face. Yeah, and people give her money, and she fucking gives lap dances and shit. It's fucking terrible.
How much money did you give her?
I didn't give her any. I went there a couple times. I didn't give her any. There's another one. She's like this little fucking, looks like Danny DeVito almost. She's like, I don't know if she's white or black, like kind of mixture.
Yeah.
She's got long hair, big nose. And she fucking has these huge fucking tits, dude. And what she'll do is she'll fucking like shotgun a beer, and then you like buy her the beer, and she shotguns it, and she crushes it with her fucking tits, and crushes the can, puts it in a plastic bag, and fucking autographs it and gives it to you. And
I love this country.
yeah, and the last one. This is getting to the saddest thing I've ever seen. There was two things. One, we were from my cousin's bachelor party, and one of them was talking to us, and yeah, she was like old, like 40, late 40s. She's like, yeah, I used to work at the Cheetah downtown. I used to make all the money, and my body used to look like those girls, but you know, it's like, would you have 4 kids? You know, I'll do that shit to you, and like straight up like crack whore. And she was like begging my buddy, like crying, like actually tears like coming down her face, like just give me a couple more bucks, like I'll dance for you. And it was like she was like dancing, like crying on him. It was so sad, and so sad. And then the other thing is, the same night there was a fucking. She was probably like 40 something. I would say BBW, but she's got some meat on her. Girl's got a steady girl, and she's dancing on the bar, and she's got a cast on, and the fucking DJ's like, "Hey, give it up for Pam." You know, Pam, she fell off and broke her legs. She's got to make money, so we're gonna pass the can around, put some money in the can. She's still working. Everyone's like, yeah, and she's like fucking swinging around the pole with her fucking cast, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
dude. The strip clubs though, man, they're very seedy. Like, especially in Phoenix, I hear. Like, 'cause I did Lyft for that night, like a crazy person for a while. I don't do that anymore. And they say that like you go to the strip clubs here, and they're all prostitutes. Like, I go to one that's $10 a lap dance, which is like fucking cheap, dude. I've never paid $10 for a lap dance.
$10? What the fuck?
$10 lap dances, dude. And this chick has the fattest ass I've ever seen in my life. I went to see her twice, dude. She's awesome. And but like every time I go there and she dances for me, like she does like extra stuff. Like she recently she showed me her vagina during a dance, which is, you know, new. Now I've seen her snooch. But the last time, she's so hot, dude. Like I told my wife, I love her, you know. I'm like, this stripper, she's the one. And she was giving me the dance, and she bent over. She showed me her vagina, and I was like, hell yeah. And then she turns around and she bends over, and she grabs her butt cheeks and just spreads them as if like she couldn't spread them any. She spread the fuck out of them, and the black light turned on, and there was just little specks of toilet paper all in her ass crack.
Oh no! My boner go beep inside of me.
It did. It made it hard to love her anymore.
I understand. That's the worst. You're eating a chick out, and you're like, toilet paper bowl. Yeah, sniff up a fucking dingleberry. It's fucking terrible.
You know, strippers take shits.
They do take shits. So girls poop and fart. They do. It's real. My dad told me. Is there any time you've ever had? Can we look at that website though? The fucking Desert Desire Gentlemen's Club. I wonder if they show
Where's
any.
it at? Florida Desert Desire.
New Port Richey, Florida. Desire Gentlemen's Club. Sounds like a really classy joint. But yeah, you know.
Hopefully there's no titties.
Oh, we get banned if there's titties?
There's no titties.
Okay, good. These girls look. I mean, are you serious? This girl worked there?
They probably don't.
Like, is this like? Can we see the real women that work there?
Those are stock photos. There's no way those girls and fucking what's her face is working there.
No, looking like goddamn road hard.
I got promos and events.
Ooh, nothing. This place is
full nude though.
Full nudes? Oh, it's a full nude. No pasties on the titties.
No pasties. Well,
South.
I've never been to a full nude strip club.
Really?
Never.
I think I have. I think in Atlanta they had them. Yeah.
I've never seen snooch.
Never seen the real.
I'm not gonna say that because 3 or 4 strippers during private dances showed me their snooch, but no, I've never gone to a place where legally I was shown snooch.
I've definitely seen plenty of that.
Plenty of the snooch.
Oh yeah, in strip clubs definitely. What up, Robert? I seen you. over there. How you doing, bro? Still watching the RowdCAST. Love it. Fucking love it.
I say we do a bedroom radio meetup. Ooh, look at her.
Ooh, that she said. I don't believe that she works there.
Dude,
I'd like to see her in the club.
He's hot, dude.
Yeah, I don't. That's not for me.
He's so hot, dude.
She's a good-looking chick, but you know she ain't working at Desire.
That's a dude.
Ain't happening.
Ooh, there's her. There she is. Hi, Jordan. Did you have a long day at work climbing into those houses? I just put this whole thing on.
Dude, you want to hear something fucking real crazy?
Yeah.
This fucking dude, I was waiting for this one all day. This fucking dude that I know, again, when I was in Atlanta, my cousin, I probably shouldn't get too into detail about how I know this person, but this person I know, their boss, her husband, I fucking knew the dude. When I lived in Atlanta, I hung out with the guy. I went to a party at his house for his fucking dog. I sat there and drank beer with him all night. I guess he got in trouble a couple of years ago because he was like a lawyer, like a really good attorney, and he was taking checks from elderly people, I think, and cashing some of them for himself. And I think he had like over $500,000 that he fucking embezzled. And so he got busted for this shit. He got 30 years in prison, like 15 served. So he's going to do 15 years, and he's on house arrest.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know if he was supposed to have a court date or something, but he cut off his ankle monitor. He went to his fucking mother's house. He stabbed her to death and killed her. He took her fucking Lexus and fucking booked it. He's on the run, dude. Like, I fucking met this guy. It's like, what?
Why do you kill the mom, you know?
I don't, your own mother, dude. Like, what
like,
the
she's
fuck?
going to give the keys up eventually.
Is that why you killed her, for the Lexus? Or is it like, did she have like money? Like, that's what I wonder. Like, why did you kill your mother, dude? That's like, what a dick move. You're a fucking dick. Like, that's after when everybody hates you and you fucking, you already robbed from the elderly and you know, you fucking killed your mom, dude. Now you have no sympathy, dude. You probably should, I don't know. I don't want to say nothing terrible, but I wouldn't want to go to prison.
Yeah.
You know, in prison, dude, they figure out what you did and who you are. And if it's like, you know, I got plenty of my buddies and, you know, buddies' friends and parents and stuff that are in prison. And, dude, yeah, if you're a child molester, that kind of shit, dude, they piss in your shit, fucking just fuck with you, dude. It's a miserable life if you're a kid fucker. You know, so I would think people like
one
their
of the
mom
many reasons I don't fuck kids, you know, just because it'll fuck up your social life.
in prison.
Yeah, there's one of the many reasons.
That's my main reason. I can't help it, man. Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, but I'm
Fucking
glad
nuts.
though, man. It's like justice will always be served. You can let somebody get away with murder, but you can't stop somebody from going and murdering them and getting away. You know, you can't stop retaliation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's the I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
It's okay. That's what we do here. Dude, can you pull up the guy with the face? Did you see the fucking guy with no face?
what did he get in trouble for?
You fucking kitty. Speaking of kitty fuckers, this is the scariest kitty fucker I've ever seen, though. This one, if you can't handle really freaky images, like realistic, crazy ass shit, you should not look at this next thing we're gonna look at. He's a pedophile. Something happened to his face, man. It's on the RowdCAST. But he got busted for a bunch of child porn, I think. And he had some kind of accident. I think he tried to kill himself or something. Things didn't go well. And he is a very scary guy. Like, he's just one of those guys where it's just like, we probably should just shoot that guy in the head and put him in a hole and fucking never talk about it again, because he's really creepy. I shared it too in our fucking group message, but it might have been a couple nights ago.
That's nice.
I share so much shit, dude, on my page. If you guys don't know about the RowdCAST page and you listen to my shit, you really should check it out because I put a lot of work into that fucking page. A lot of time. Invested in these hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, dog watching ESPN.
There he is, no face man.
Dude, look at that fucking thing. Would you look at it?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at his eyes. Look at him in the soul. He doesn't have a soul.
What is your suggestion like? Because what do we do with pedophiles? I mean, and first of all, do pedophiles choose to be fucked up, or are they born that way, or are they made that way socially because of things that were done to them when they were a child? I mean, because I can't imagine that very many pedophiles are stoked they're a pedophile, you know?
You would think, right? But I feel like there are like clubs and shit of them. I feel like
there's definitely people. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. What do you do with them, though, man?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Because putting them in jail for
if
9 months and then putting them on a list doesn't really stop them from doing. Like the other day, dude, we caught a 40-something-year-old man filming my friend's daughter a week ago in my apartment complex, and we confronted him, and he flipped out on us and said that it was legal to do that and that we better watch out. And then I called the police, and they said, "Oh yeah, he can film your kids."
He can film your kids?
Mm-hmm.
No. That's when you got to do vigilante justice.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the point I was trying to make earlier. You can't fucking... But see, my thing is this. I think that guy's mentally ill because the way he reacted, like, I was like, dude, you filming kids, bro? You shut the fuck up. I'm allowed to film whoever I want. It is my right. I'm friends with cops. You better watch yourself. And I was like, you know what? Not worth dying over. I'm about to move from here in like a month and a half. That guy's obviously not right in the head. He says he was filming the children because he was trying to get evidence that they were loitering on his fucking steps or whatever.
That's weird.
Yeah. So that, and then so I called him a pedophile, and I felt really terrible about it. And you know, because that's because like. The reason the whole pedophile thing, dude, I have never, ever had a joke with joking about pedophiles, dude. Never. I've always just, I think it's disgusting. When you get down to the real reality of it, like if somebody is fucking hurting a child, that's disgusting, dude.
The worst of the worst.
It's the worst of the worst. And you know what? If there is,
if you can do violence or if you're doing sexual shit or violence to a young child, it's like, dude,
that's why I'm glad there's vigilante fucking rules, dude. I'm glad that in prison they have a system for people like that because I don't know, man. But then you know, you have to say like, okay, well, what if these people are born this way and they can't help it? Because you ever heard of a virtuous pedophile?
No. What is that?
It's a group of men who are pedophiles, and they out themselves as pedophiles to their communities, and they tell them that they are non-practicing pedophiles, and that they basically tell everybody in town they're pedophiles. So they're like, look, yeah, I'm attracted to kids, but I don't like that. I don't practice it. I don't watch kid porn. I don't want any of that stuff. But I can't help who I am. But that way, now you know that I'm probably not a good person to leave your kids around. And so part of me likes that, but then they're trying to like kind of latch onto the whole LGBT thing community, and they're kind of trying to say that we're just like anybody else, we're just attracted to kids, and it's like no, you can't do that, bro. You can't because honestly, dude, I had some weird shit. So I got a pop up one time on my computer, dude, and it said you have been accused of trading state secrets, downloading illegal material, and downloading child porn. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And like, I'm crazy. So I like loaded up my laptop and my iPad and my computer in my car. My wife wakes up. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to the police station. She's like, why? I was like, because the fucking internet just told me that I looked at kid porn. I've never looked at kid porn. That's disgusting. But anyway, she's like, no, it's like
a... out, huh?
Yeah, she was like, dude, that's like a pop-up. At the bottom of it, it said if I paid like $500, I would be like forgiven. And I was like, oh,
who need to
but
get the $500 on the credit card?
it's exactly what it was, just something like that. But dude, you know what, dude? Hats off to them, dude, because I was not well mentally at that point, and it was I believe things that aren't real. And when they said that, dude, it made me feel like everybody in the world was leery of me. Like I got put on some kind of list, and that everybody was like, "Oh, did you hear it? Hear Derek? He got accused of looking at a kid porn." I'm just, yeah. And I even talked to my psychiatrist about it, dude. I started freaking out. I was like, "Well, what if I am a pedophile?" Like just like crazy shit. Like it's OCD. It's you just overthink things. But so my thing is this: I've read a lot of people. There's some people. It's called POCD. There's people out there that, and I shouldn't say it. In my opinion, I think a lot of people that suffer from that probably are pedophiles because they're like, well, I keep thinking about children when I masturbate, but I don't like it. I'm like, no, does that make me a pedophile? I'm like, yeah, I think it does, bud. Because my form of POCD my form of POCD that I had was I was afraid that everybody thought I was a weirdo because I got that pop-up. So it just made me feel like everybody was like thinking I was a weirdo. So like that was my form of it. But it made me like research it and stuff, dude. So I don't know where I stand on it because I know for a fact there are people who were programmed to be pedophiles just based on trauma that happened to them. I know for a fact there are people that kind of choose it, obviously, like people that think it's awesome. And then I would have to assume that there are people that were born that way, just like anybody could be born gay or, trans or anything. And then how do you...
I agree with that.
But I feel bad for that person if there is such a case. And I don't think there is such a thing as a virtuous pedophile, but these guys they say they are. If there were 100% such a thing as a virtuous pedophile, I would feel bad for that person because they didn't choose it. They just fucking were born that way. And they're telling everybody in the neighborhood, hey, I have nasty thoughts. Do not fucking leave your kids with me. I think that's the best thing pedophiles could do is just out themselves and be like, look, there's something wrong with me. Sorry.
Yeah, you ever heard they have the little kid dolls that they give to pedophiles?
And I think that's disgusting. And Alex works for FedEx, and I'm sure he would never want to deliver one. But at the end of the day, at least the guy's not fucking a kid,
I agree, 100%.
I mean, it's just one of those things that's icky to talk. Like I said, I got a pop-up accusing me of looking at kid porn, and it made me icky. I was just like, people are gonna think I'm that's the worst thing to call somebody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
I felt bad about calling that guy a pedophile. So I wrote him a letter and said, hey man, I'm sorry I called you a pedophile, but in the future, if our kids are getting on your steps or whatever, you need to just come talk to us. Don't film them. That makes us uncomfortable. But then, so I thought fucked it. I have OCD. I think everything's connected to everything. So I'm like, oh man, I made this guy I exposed him for what he is. He's probably freaking out. So I'm like, we're driving out of our house the other day and I see all these cops start flying into my apartment complex. And I'm like, what the fuck? And, I go around and, one of my neighbors is over there smoking cigarettes frantically. And I'm like, what happened? She goes, he tried to kill himself. And I was like, what? And I thought
that guy did?
His neighbor killed himself.
His neighbor killed himself?
Who was this fucking sweet old gay man who had a sassy purse.
Oh man!
See, we don't know if he's dead though, dude. I feel bad talking about this, but nobody would ever
know if he's dead. He might still be alive.
He
might have survived it.
He's okay. So I won't say his name or anything, but I met him and he walks really slow. His health's terrible, but he was married to this guy who comes to see him every day. And he's like, I wished he'd just leave me alone. I was like, why? He goes, well, we've been married forever, but he moved his sister into the house and I don't want to be with him anymore because of that. So, and he just keeps coming over and talking to me. And then they're both sweet old, the guy that comes over to see him that just cares about him a lot is the sweetest old gay man I've ever met in my life. But anyway, something's going on. He messaged our neighbor 45 minutes before I went and talked to her. And he said, I've decided to take my own life. Here's my blah, 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 whatever. So this is why I think he's dead. She went over to the house and she opened his door and he was laying on the floor and not responding at all, just out. And then so she called the police. They showed up and then there was no hurry. They made her leave and she sat there and watched. And when I was leaving, when the cops walked over there, we had got to our car and we got back, there wasn't even an ambulance. It was a fire a fire. It was an ambulance looking thing, but it was from the fire department. And they got out and they weren't running or anything. They were like stretching and slowly got to stretch. He's dead. They were picking up his body. And I feel bad. I feel bad about it. Am I getting too honest on your show here, man? I feel bad about this, man. Great. I feel bad about this. So he was a gay old man, dude, but he was really, really, really avid about my children eating food that he prepared. And I didn't like that. And I didn't know if it was because he was an old gay man or just because it would be stranger danger if anybody was like, hey, I got some more food for your kids to eat. Hey, I got these candies for your kids. Oh, tell your kids to come to my house so they can come in and pick an ornament off the tree. Tell your kids to come in so they can get some hot I'm like, he's training my kids to think it's okay to go in his house is what I thought.
Yeah, I'd be with you. That's weird, man.
But then I'm like, oh, you're a homophobe. It's like, no, it's not because he's gay. It could be an old lady being like, bring your little boys in. I'd be like, what do you want, lady?
Want to suck out dicks in the cellar.
So.
No, seriously though, what if that's what, it's like, oh, you just make them eat the Twinkies. Just make them, I swear, the Twinkies are great. I want to see them eat them. I want to see them. It's like, no, dude, motherfucker, they're not eating no food that you fucking are bringing in here. It's the food that I give them. Like, I understand what you're saying. I'm not trying to, people do nice things, but if you're adamant about it, like you're saying, like.
He gave us a huge bag of cookies. And my babysitter was at the house, and I was doing something, and I came out, and she's like, the neighbor gave us cookies, and she, like, all my kids were eating one, and her kids were eating one, and she was eating one, and I was like, he's jacking off in those, right? And she's like, what? I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, somebody who's he brought us soup over every day he was bringing us food, like in jars and shit. And I'm just like, this guy's jerking off into it. Like, why is he so worried about what we're eating?
What up, Justin?
And
what up, Justin?
So, like, I told him, he came over, like, 2 days after he gives us a fucking 1 pound bag of cookies. I made some more cookies for your boys. And I was like, sir, we have a whole pound bag. We don't need any more. And he got shitty. He goes, well, I guess I'll just throw them in the trash then. And he walked off. And I was like, yeah,
get your fucking cum cookies out of here.
And we threw them away. So my kid ate one of them. And so far, they're not pregnant.
I just got a little Seroquel in them. just a little Xanax. It'll just do them the trick. I tell you, I just want to watch them eat the cookie. It's like, I don't think that's weird at all. I'd say, no way, sir. I'm sorry. But, that's one thing you brought up that makes a good point is, the pedophiles tried to cling on to LGBTQ.
Yeah, like, hey, we're just different too.
And they were like, nope. They're understanding. They'll accept anybody, but they won't accept pedophiles. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants a pedophile.
No, and honestly, dude, like, I feel like one of the solutions would be fucking, and I think it's terrible, but either we would have to section them in places where we knew there would be no children. Like, I've heard of an island that there's like a bunch of pedophiles that live on or something because it's just easier because they all can't be around kids and stuff, and so they all work in like the businesses and that. I've heard of that or something.
Just exiled to an island of pedophiles?
I don't know if it's like an exile, but it's just like an island where a lot of pedophiles live because like there's so many there that I think that like they have to work in all the places, because they're just overloaded with pedophiles there. But I don't know. I think either you neuter them and put them in almost captivity where they can't, and that sucks to do that to a human being, but you cannot you don't let people who could possibly, injure a child or somebody, you put them in a mental institution. I think you have to treat pedophilia like a mental health.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But then if you're going to say that, you got to also say, well, you could also say that homosexuality and transgenderedness is a mental illness also.
Ooh, you're getting touchy there.
Because I know that being straight has to be a mental illness.
All I know is that guy right there needs to be killed. That thing should not be allowed to be alive. And I do know Justin Cullen, I'll fucking titty fuck you and come on your chest hair. So fuck you. Fuck you, Justin Cullen. Yeah. Did you see, dude, I have this other one I wanted you to look at too, Derek, this Bruce MacArthur, the serial killer. They just fucking busted him, dude. The cops moved in on him. He had a dude fucking chained to his bed, dude, about to fucking murder him.
No.
He had killed like 7 dudes. Yeah, the dude got lucky as fuck, bro. He had him in chains, taped up, fucking ready to fucking murder him. And the cops saved him just in time. This fucking dude's been killing gay guys. Speaking of gay guys, this must be the gay hater fucking episode of the RowdCAST.
Oh, look at his face, dude. He can't
He's
wait to get it.
creepy.
He can't wait to get the cock held.
Here, check this out for a second. I gotta take a leak. Can you hold the show down?
I can hold the show
You
down.
can plug your show. You do own the whole network.
Oh yeah, let me do that real quick. Actually, I am gonna do that real quickly for the 3 people watching. Let me see. Stoner Spelling Bee advert. Got you. This Saturday, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock Pacific. You know the deal. Bedroom Radio presents Stoner Spelling Bee. It's gonna be dope. We got Madeline and Vito from Weedaholics and Smoke Weed with Vito and Friends. We got Cinder from the Glam Fam, I think Glam Fam. And then we got Doobie from the Doobie Brothers, AZ. It's going to be lit. It's probably going to be quite a few people there. And I can say lit because these people are all like youngsters and shit, and they're cool. But they're going to be competing in a spelling bee against each other while they're on marijuana. It's probably going to be hilarious. So definitely check that out. And now we're back with the number 1 host. The ladies love him. The guys want to be him. Rowdy. There we go.
What's up? I had to drain the main vein, dude. I shouldn't have been drinking beers. Fucking damn. Yeah, did you look that up though? Did you see that fucking guy? They fucking he killed a couple of his friends.
This guy's gay. He hates gay guys.
Listen to this shit though. He like 2 times they almost busted him. Like he took one of his friends, took him into the back of the van, said he wanted to have sex with him or something, and like just started strangling him. And the guy like broke out and got away. Like went to the cops. It's like, this dude tried to kill me, and they were just like, yeah, this is just fucking gay fuckery. You're doing it in the back of the van. There's no crime that was committed here. Just like they told you, yeah, you can videotape people's kids. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We don't have time. We don't have time to go look at that. We're gonna go bust somebody for weed.
See, like you would never hear. Well, maybe I'm speaking that class, but I'm saying like you would never hear about a woman saying, "Oh, I was kidnapped and somebody tried to rape me," and the cops would just be like, "Eh." So it's like I don't know. Everybody's like, I think men are shit on a little bit more than we get credit for. I mean, like if I were to get raped by a man, it probably wouldn't be taken seriously.
No. They'd think that you wanted that.
They're like, so you just changed your mind while he was banging you? Or, because we know you wanted it. We can tell. You all got that look. That's what they'd say to me.
They'd say, you love the cock, don't you? What's Eric Relaford? You love that dick.
So do you know much about this guy? What was his MO? Why was he so pissed?
He's just old fucking dude. They said, like, landscaping business, like, he's the last person they would have thought was a serial killer, and he had some fucking murderous rage that, yeah, it sounds, I think he was gay. I think he, like, fucked a lot of the dudes, but it's that Jeffrey Dahmer vibe, dude. Fuck him, kill him, eat him.
Fuck him and shock him, dude. Like, that's what it is, man. Like, he's gay. He wanted to be gay, and then he finds a guy who be's gay with him, and then he's like, oh, I don't want anybody to know. Yeah, he's disgusted with it. It's probably like religion.
It could be Christian.
And then he's got to kill the witness, and he's got to kill the bad person that made him have sex. Have you watched Abducted in Plain Sight yet?
I hear everybody talking about it though.
It's disgusting. There's a great scene where this guy's talking about. I'll give you a brief synopsis of the movie. This guy tricked this family into sticking his dick into all of them, including their kids.
What?
Yeah, he just slept with everybody in this family over like a 10-year period. Even the dad. He's like, I remember he took me out to this field. They would let this man sleep in their 6-year-old daughter's bed 4 nights a week because it was therapy for him. Alone. And he was drugging her and molesting her for years. And their parents were just in the other room. And they tried to get in the way of these of him seeing her daughter. So then he took the daughter's dad out, and there was an interview with this old man, because this was like 30 years ago when this happened. He's like, he pulled over on the side of the road and he was erect. And he said, come on now, let's play some kid games. And this is the best line of the movie. And he tricked me into masturbating him. Who the fuck you? Nobody gets tricked into jerking some fucking dick off, dude. You don't get tricked into that shit unless you're a kid or something. But a grown man, you don't get tricked into jerking. So you jerked him off, dude.
Give me the old trickery. I
couldn't believe it. The other night, fucking Fat Jesus over on Bedroom Radio made me. He tricked me into jacking him off for 45 minutes.
That son of a bitch. That's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Dude, he kidnaps the 12-year. He kidnaps her at
kid
12.
games? What kid games is jerking dicks?
He made these tapes. he Back to the Future. He made these tapes and weird voices, and he would put her on cough syrup or sleeping pills. And then when she would be coming to, he would play these tapes with like an alien suit on, and it'd be like, you need to have intercourse with his name was B. You need to have intercourse with B, and you're the savior of the planet, and he has to get you pregnant. And so he's just raping this fucking 6-year-old dude for years, and her parents. He steals her when she's 12, takes her to Mexico, marries her, and then he comes back and he realizes that the USA is like, you can't be married to a 12-year-old. So he calls her parents and he tells her dad, you need to let me marry your daughter. You need to sign the rights away to marry your daughter, or I'm going to tell everybody you fucking do gay shit with me. So then it just continued. And they're interviewing the little girl that was 6 when this all started. And she's telling the whole story. And, this chick's damaged goods.
Of course. Brain's fucking warped.
She was in love with him. They were like they had a relationship for years. He would call her. And when she was like 12 years old, she was like in love with him. She wanted to marry him and shit. She would tell her mom, I want to marry him. And she's like, you can't, you're too young. And then he would call her. Her mom would be like, can I talk to her? She's like, I don't think that's right, B. You tried to rape her. You tried to marry her, and you definitely had sex with her a bunch of times. And she doesn't even have hair down there yet. So that's kind of a red flag. And he goes, she's the only one for me. Like, it's the creepiest movie on the fucking planet, dude.
That sounds fucking freak show. Sounds... Yeah, people that let fucking grown men fuck their wives and kids and shit, like, I have no sympathy for you. You're fucking tard. Yeah. But how far are you from any other person that worships some kind of religion? You drank a little too much Kool-Aid and let them actually fuck, instead of just fucking you and stealing your money, you let them actually fuck you and your wife.
Yeah, he banged the dad, the mom, the daughter, everybody. Over like a 10, 15-year period, just all of them.
Yeah, you gotta respect him.
But he only slept with the girl's mom and dad because he was trying to stay close to the little kid. Like, this guy's one of the most fucked up people on the planet, dude. Named B.
What's his name?
Let's look it up, man. Hidden in plain sight. No, abducted in plain sight. It's really just a wonderful story about how these parents are the worst parents on the planet. That's the guy, dude. That's
Sounds
how little
like
she was.
They did not win any awards with their parenting skills.
This Kevin Spacey looking motherfucker, yeah.
He does look like Kevin. He looks very evil.
That's the little girl he was like tricked into. He was telling her having aliens tell her to sleep with him and shit, dude. And this is
he like in their family photo?
He was pretty much part of it. That's the dad that got tricked into jerking him off.
That's slippery son of a bitch. No pun intended.
I couldn't believe it. Next thing I know, I'm jerking him off.
If a guy ever fucking looked at me and pulled his dick out and was like, hey, come on, you want to play kid games? I'd punch him in the fucking face repeatedly, fucking until I broke his nose. And he would go limp very quickly. Like, really?
I would just pull my phone out and start going on Facebook Live. Be like, look at this fucking dude right here pulling his goddamn dick out. Telling me he wants to play games, man.
He just tricked me. It was trickery, goddammit.
He tricked me into sucking his dick.
Mind tricks. And next thing I knew, my mouth was on his penis and my finger was in his butt. That's what he liked. I didn't know it was coming to this. Did you see the dude that smoked fucking weed out of a shark? Is that real? Did that really happen?
Yeah, I've heard we shouldn't show that on the.
Yeah, I said I've heard people are really upset about that.
Wasn't the shark dead though?
I think it was a dead shark.
See, I don't feel bad about smoking weed. You can smoke weed out of me when I die.
Fuck yeah, dude. I've said this before, man, on my show. I want you to roast me on fucking like a bed of cedar. It's just fucking roast my body and fucking just have like some kind of party. Maybe even be festive and roast a pig over top of my smoldering body and then fucking ingest the pig and you'll ingest me. I think that would be way better than a funeral. You know what I'm saying?
Just roast you up. What do you have? Do you have plans, man? Have you're a dad, man? Do you have like final, like, because if you check out tomorrow, man, like it's just legally, it's like
I don't.
I did recently.
Set up. It's on my mind, so it's definitely something I gotta get on.
I'm gonna be cremated, and they're gonna scatter my ashes at Point of Rocks, north of Elkhart, Kansas. It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I would definitely want my ashes scattered too. Somebody in the chat just said the audio's popping. I don't know what that means. Is it me?
It might be a problem with our stream, but it says we got a good connection. And I'm
Maybe
hearing you loud.
Shitty internet. It's just shitty internet. Fuckers. Fucking get off the Walmart
Press
internet.
555 if it still sounds bad.
So we're not, but it is real. A dude did smoke weed out of a shark, though. It is a possibility. That's what I'm more asking.
I haven't seen
thought it was fake. Because, I mean, if you killed something just to smoke weed out of it, that's a fucking asshole move. You shouldn't do that. But if it was dead and you somehow MacGyvered a bong out of a fucking...
Maybe we should give him an award.
Baby shark? Yeah. Fucking baby shark, baby shark, smoke that weed out my head.
See, if it was alive, I would be pissed. But also, people are like, if he just killed it to smoke weed out of its head, then I'm pissed. Well, then what about all the fucking fish that people catch and just throw back, and then their fucking mouth fall off and they die?
Bullshit. Yeah, they just hook it through this fucking
face.
Well,
I threw it back. Well, okay, cool. So I'm glad your idea of fun is ripping the fucking lips off of an animal. Oh, they don't feel pain. Oh, okay. Let me rip your fucking lips off.
Yeah. Fucking hook you in your fucking eyeball. You know? And fucking throw you back. Some fucking bullshit, dude.
Sick of it.
Yeah. Also want to give some props to the Colorado jogger that killed a mountain lion with his bare hands. That's impressive. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's jiu-jitsu that he used to fucking subdue this giant cat. That's one of the things that, see, like, again, I'm not scared. I'm scared of real things. I'm scared of, like, big cats. I'm scared of, like, prehistoric fucking animals like crocodiles. I'm fucking scared of serial killers, cannibals. So cats, if a normal household cat was big enough, it would eat us.
Oh, yeah.
We would be prey. We're just lucky that they're so small and they kill everything else. But these, dude, you're in their territory, especially they're getting way more active, it seems like, especially out west. People are getting attacked more. To me, it seems like. I don't know. Don't know if that's a real statistic. Just spouting things off here. You have to do the research yourself. That's not what we're doing this show
Dude,
about.
you're triggered just talking about it.
I am. It freaks me out, man.
You're on high alert.
Yeah, dude. They get me. That's just looking at that fucking evil eyes underneath my video screen, seeing that thing fucking about ready to pounce on me.
What's the wildlife like where you're at? Like, what do you have to worry about?
Fucking nothing. That's a good thing about the north. We have nothing to worry about. Really, there's nothing. Coyotes. That's it. Fucking white-tailed deer running into your car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really. I mean, there are some snakes maybe up by the lake, a couple poisonous snakes. I mean, really. Nothing. Insects, nothing. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if I was a home inspector in the South, oh my fucking Lord. No way. The crawl space of black widows, fucking dude, cottonmouths and rattlesnakes and shit, dude. Fuck all that.
I used to do that for a living, going under houses in North Carolina.
Were you a cable guy?
As pest technician. I never found a snake in a crawl space. But I never went in one where I knew there was a snake in there. Like I opened the crawl space one time and there was just this huge, looked like a snake hanging down, but it was the skin hanging from the rafter.
Fuck that.
So I knew there was a snake in there, so I didn't go in there.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't either. Not even. You're crazy, man. No fucking way.
I did stumble on 3 or 4 snakes when I worked there. 2 or 3 diamondbacks and 2 or 3 black snakes. The black snakes scared me more because the diamondbacks would just curl up and be like, "Go ahead and get close to me, motherfucker. See what happens." The black snakes, when you walk up on a black snake, they flip out and they're huge. They're way bigger than diamondbacks, and they just flop around trying to get away, and it'll scare and startle.
Jesus Christ! No,
I pulled up next to a black snake. Swear to God, this is a true story. Huge black snake. I pull up next to it. This motherfucker stands up and looks in my my window was rolled up, and it stands up and looks in my window, dude. Stood up like 4.5 feet.
What?
Yeah, just stood up. I still had tons of fucking body on the ground. It was like 4 feet up, 4 feet in the air, looking into my window, dude. I was like, get the fuck out. You know what else I saw in North Carolina, dude? A goddamn fucking turtle that was the size of a little kid's fucking play car.
No way.
With spikes on it. A prehistoric looking dinosaur turtle in the middle of a country road in North Carolina in the country.
I've seen some pretty big ones out in the country roads, yeah. But that's pretty size of a fucking like the little red minivan that fucking kids drive.
Yeah, dude, it was huge. It was big enough that we had to stop and we turned our flashers on while it was crossing the road, dude. It would have taken somebody's car out, man. And then I was in a boat and a turtle came by and stuck his head out of the water and we looked and his body was like as big as our little boat we were on, dude, out in the ocean.
His body was as big as the boat.
It was a fucking huge turtle, dude. We were on like a small little fun playtime boat, you know.
Yeah, that's fucking dude. There's dinosaurs, bro. We live with that's the thing, crocodiles and shit. Like, I couldn't even get in the water. I'd fucking just fucking spaz out, man.
Brandon says he found a live copperhead above the opening while he was in the house. Brandon worked at the same place I did before I did. Yeah, you definitely come into contact with a lot of snakes in North Carolina. See, in Arizona, too, you probably would, too.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, out west, too, I'm sure. You'd run into a lot of those things. The scorpions and the spiders, dude. Yeah. I see lots of spiders and people wig out. A lot of people can do my job still up here, but, I mean, dude, a wolf spider as big as your hand and shit, that's...
I can't handle the mice stuff, like the nests.
Oh, mice? Yeah, see, that's the thing. I see lots. I see mice run past my face and shit.
Do they ever have white bellies?
Yeah, I've definitely seen some white-bellied ones.
That's the hantavirus mice.
There's no way all mice have white bellies and hantavirus.
No, deer mice are the ones with white bellies, and they like 10% of them have it.
Oh, they're definitely hantavirus here then, because there's lots of white-bellied mice.
Well, there's no cases there, so maybe there's just not a lot of maybe the weather or something's not good for that virus or something. It's really prevalent out here.
It is really cold. That could be. Dude, the other thing is last night, I don't know, I was going to say this earlier, but it just snapped in my head. I don't know if it was last night or the night before. I fucking looked out my window. I just happened to fucking glance out my window. I don't even know why. We were cooking dinner. Fucking look out the window. I lift the shades, and all of a sudden I see fucking 3 unmarked cars. Fucking 2. It was like unmarked car. It looked like a fucking normal cop car with no lights or anything. I was just black with no logos. And then 2 like SUVs that were all black, tinted out. Just come rolling up on the opposite side of my house. All parked, dude, all swift, quick. They all open their doors, all start jumping out, fucking all with like tactical vests and shit on. Like, I just dropped the shade. Like, looked at my girlfriend, was like, uh-oh. I don't know what we did.
It's happening.
I'm like, and she's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I was like, I don't know, but this is really strange. I was like, I think they might be coming our way. And, I was like smoking a bowl. I like ran, like put the bowl away. It's like, oh, are they gonna bust me for a fucking couple nuggets? Like,
yeah.
It like freaked me out.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was like, when's the last time my friends have been over with drugs? It's like, oh, fucking no. And yeah, like I looked back out again, dude, and they hit this house like next door, dude, had it all lit up, and it's like, holy shit, man, the luckiest day of my life. It's fucking.
They don't want your
my
4
butt.
grams of weed, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm small fish.
Your neighbor had some go fast.
This dude I know just got busted. This is the second time he's been busted getting drugs off like the internet from China, and fucking selling like meth or like. I think before he's selling like space dust.
That's so sketchy, man. I wouldn't buy any drugs that you can get from.
Busted. That's the thing. He got busted one time already for selling drugs that he bought off the internet, and he just got busted again. Like, you are a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
You are I mean, come on here. What up, Dan? I see Dan Piper in the room. We got to get Dan Piper on the RowdCAST soon. We'll get him. We got to have him as a guest. He's a great individual.
Brandon says he sees spider, snakes, and bears, and the ticks that can kill you.
Ticks are one that do. I fucking hate ticks, man. I hate leeches too. Ticks and leeches. They're so fucking disgusting. All parasites are fucking disgusting, but those are the worst. The Lyme disease. That's what you should be scared of, Derek. Fucking Lyme disease. You ever hear about this Texas tick that you can get now that it makes you allergic to meat?
Jesus.
Yeah, you eat it and you get an allergy. You can't eat fucking red meat anymore. It makes you sick.
Does it make gay people not want meat? We just cured that we don't have to pray gay anyway anymore. Just get bit by the tick.
We don't funny gay people anymore. That we fucking talked enough evilness on the gays.
I can't hear the word meat without thinking of like making a joke about me sucking meat.
Smoking the pole.
Just
meat.
sucking dong on the weekends.
That's smoking like a true dong sucker, dude. What can I say?
I only suck dick on the weekends anymore, though.
Really?
Hey, man, somebody's got to do it in this house. My wife ain't doing it.
If we sucking the dick anymore, huh?
You've been together like 8 years, 9 years. It kind of goes away.
Yeah. Does. Sometimes. Sometimes you got to beg for it.
Or pay.
Or pay. Yeah, pay for it.
No, my wife puts out. I'm just joking.
Yeah, you got it. I mean,
she a dirty bitch.
Yeah, you got one of them.
Oh, she's a dirty bitch.
Did you see the one about the dude living in the girl's closet in a college apartment? Yeah, she fucking. Again, it's on the RowdCAST. I don't know how far back, but this dude, he was a 30-year-old. This girl said she went home for like the holiday and like came back, and there's two dudes just chilling in her apartment, and they like kicked them out. And so she like went back. They started living there for a couple weeks. They said she got like she hears something and thought she heard noises and stuff. And thought maybe her apartment was haunted. And she said like the one day she went in there and she kept hearing like rustling around her closet. It's like a tiny closet. They have some photos of this. And she was like, "Hello?" And he goes, "Hello?" He said, I'm Jeremy or whatever. And she's like, "What the fuck?" He like came out. And he's been in the backpack and was wearing her clothes, chilling in her clothes. And then like went to the bathroom and took her hat. Was like, "Hey, can I wear your hat?" And he like went to the bathroom, tried it on, and like came back. "Hey, can I kiss you? You're really pretty." She was like, "No, I'm calling the fucking police. Get the fuck out of my room." And she said that she can't live there anymore because it stinks so bad.
Well, look at this asshole, man.
I know, dude. It's crazy. I know, bro. That's straight up meth bender, dude. Fucking drugs. This is what drugs do, guys. I try to tell you. Drugs can be fun. They're all fun and games, but you fuck around with drugs too hard, and there ain't no coming back from that.
It's funny you mention this because we're looking at houses to buy in the next 45 days or so, and there's this one that I liked. I went and saw it the other day, and when we pulled up, I was getting out of the van, and this guy came out that I thought was looking at it, and he like walked over to Stephanie's side of the van and like tried to talk to her, but her window was up, and she was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And I go walk around, I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "You guys looking at this house?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Come on in, I'll show you." And I was like, "What?" So then I follow this guy in, and we go to the very back of the house where the window is. He's like, "Look at this pool, man." He goes, it has a sprinkler on it. I was like, cool. He goes, yeah, come on, man, I'll show you the bedrooms. And we're going, and like he's like showing me to the back bedroom and shit. And he's like, yeah, blah blah blah. And he's like, come this way. I was like, man, and he's like, all right, man, I'm gonna go, man. Good luck. And then so he leaves, and I've noticed that he's wearing like really shitty clothes, and he's holding a bag of Panda Express. So we do a tour of the house, and we go to one of the bathrooms, and there's a fucking shit with a bunch of Panda Express logs and the fucking napkins in the fucking toilet that he didn't flush. So I went back today with my babysitter.
The toilet.
My babysitter's gonna start fucking coming to my house to watch the kids when we move. So I was like, hey, you want to come see this house, you know? And she was like, hell yeah. So we went and met over there. I was bored today. And there's another Panda Express bag. There's a napkin with blood all over it. And this guy's squatting in there and shooting heroin. So I called the owners. I was like, just let you know, there's a fucking dude just living in that house. He's been there twice now. Oh, shit. We'll go down there. I was like, yeah, he's fucking shooting up and eating Panda Express like a motherfucker.
Dude, squatters all over the place. I'm from like a little farm town, and
me too.
my buddy was just doing. He works for us. He's just doing inspection in that small town, and went in, and there was a squatter in there. Like he's like, what the fuck? Like, it's not Bellevue. Dude's like, what the fuck? He's like, you gotta leave, bro. He's like, no, I ain't leaving. He's like, all right, well, then I have to call the police. Like, somebody owns this house. Like, you don't fucking own it. He had like a space heater on. He's like curled up. I mean, this was really cold out too.
Fuck him.
Man, feel bad for him. Yeah, get out cold, bro. Sorry, man. When UNICEF gets into fucking building houses, I'll let you know.
I always thought you have like these.
I'm not that hard, and I'm being mean.
Yeah, but I mean, you have like a lot of these like
someone's closet. You can't do that. You can't stink their fucking closet up. Eating fucking hard packs of ramen noodles when you sprinkle the seasoning on them and eat it like a fucking candy bar. Because you got nothing. Just trying to dig into something to fucking give you some substance in your stomach from all the fucking pills and fucking crack that you've been doing. You know? Yeah.
And it made me actually not want to buy that house anymore, knowing that there's some junkie that's like living in there right now at night.
Oh yeah, no shit.
It has a code on the door. He figured out the code on the door, and he's just going in and out.
How did you figure it out?
Well, because it's on this app, Open Door.
Oh yeah, open door houses are. Yeah, don't mess with that shit.
Don't get open door houses.
I wouldn't highly recommend them. As much as I know about them, it's just a different way of selling a house. I think without a realtor, or like is a realtor, but I don't understand it 100%. One thing that I wanted to, two things that I wanted to ask you about. The North Texas man that died from his e-cig exploded in his mouth. Mm-hmm. It severed his carotid artery. What do you think about that?
Hold on. I want to see which e-cig it was.
Yeah, I would like to know that too. But I mean, how can the thing explode with so much force that it fucking blows a hole through your artery? Like, what do they put in these things? Fucking, like, sticks of dynamite? I mean, all you're doing is sucking fucking robot dick and getting vapor out of it.
They're not saying what. See, that's scare tactics, dude. Look. Tarrant County Medical Examiner Office reports 24-year-old William Brown of Fort Worth died January 29th, 2 days after a vaporizer pen he was using at an e-cigarette shop in nearby Keller exploded. And it says, the medical examiner says, shrapnel from the explosion severed his left carotid artery and peppered his skull. And then they go on to a similar incident killed a Florida man in May, blah, blah, blah. But they will not say. It says exploding vape pen sent 2 fragments. What is an exploding vape pen? If it's like a mod, you go to a vape store and get like the big batteries and mods. I could see that blowing up and killing you. Though, I don't know, but
that's what I don't understand too. Like a View cigarette like exploded in his face, like, and killed him. You know?
Yeah, I really doubt.
They don't explain. It's like vague.
That's
kind of fucking important detail. What fucking product blew a fucking hole through his face? You know? I agree.
And all the news stories from different cities. are just the same AP article, same copy.
Yeah, just like a copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. You know, same fucking thing over and over again. But yeah, I mean, still, something blew his face off though. Do you still vaporize?
Yeah, I use a Juul, and I smoke cigarettes still too a little bit. Getting less and less on that though.
Yeah, I've been off like almost the whole year. I've probably only smoked maybe 6 or 7 cigarettes. So doing well for somebody that used to smoke half a pack a day. So it's tough, man. Cigarettes are the worst. I'd rather fucking quit pills than fucking cigarettes. It's terrible. You know? Fucking hate it.
I'm sitting here reading, and I still don't see what kind of e-cigarette it was.
No, I don't have any fucking details on it at all. You see, Hawaii's trying to ban cigarettes.
Hawaii is?
Yeah, they're trying to pass some law where you have to be 100 years old to buy a pack of cigarettes.
How many cigarette smokers you have in Hawaii though? Really, man, I guarantee you a pack of smokes in Hawaii is $20, man. You think about
smoking that Maui Wowie, you don't need no cigarettes.
I know, dude.
I with the gods, dude.
Like, I don't see how fucking Ricky up in Brooklyn smokes. It's like $17 for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, New York is fucking crazy, dude. No way. Booze, I think, is expensive there too. The sin tax. I saw something today. There's fucking these governors, politicians. They're trying to pass a sin tax for mature video games. That if you play mature video games, you have to fucking do the sin tax. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm sitting here reading the fuck out of this article, man. I want to know which one did it.
Yeah, man. Than I have.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not saying. There's been 195 incidents of explosions and fires caused by e-cigarettes between 2009 and 2016. 133 were injured, 33 severely injured, no deaths reported. More recent study. Research found that there were an estimated 2,035 cigarette explosions and burn injuries in the hospital industry from 2015 to 2017. Blah, blah, blah. I just don't. Most of the time when you hear about these things exploding, it's like a mod. Like it's somebody who has built, like put the things that have batteries in them and shit and all that. Like generally that's what happens.
Supercharged.
Yeah, and there's some like malfunction with it. But I think the ones that look like USB sticks, I just don't see how that could explode your face.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I don't know how that would work at all. But yeah, I would think it's more like you said, those big packs. That's got to be something that I feel like that is like a bomb, possibly. You know. What did you think? What did you think about that 21 Savage getting detained? They thought he's an Atlanta rapper. He's from fucking England or something. He's from Great Britain.
Is there more to the story? Are they only arresting him because of his extended stay in the States, or is there another reason they're picking him up?
I think that is, yeah, I think it's just his visa expired and they finally figured out who he was, I think. I believe that's what it is. But I saw Jay-Z ran to his defense, said he's going to pay for all his legal fees to keep him on he thinks that he has protect his rights, he says. It's interesting, you know?
Yeah. This guy in the comment says, "Stupid is as stupid does." Dude was an even licensed electrician and still went ahead and used a modded battery. I don't know if that's Anthony Joseph. How do you know he used a modded battery? Because again, I'm not trying to be a dick, but if I find out it was like a modded, fuck, if you turn your fucking nicotine experience into a goddamn electronics kit hobby, like I did, I had a fucking big ass mod with 2 huge batteries in it that leaked juice there. I'm like, you know what? What am I? Fucking, you know, it's ridiculous, George. It was ridiculous, Rowd. It was ridiculous, man. I got this little I just don't see the little USB stick ones exploding, but maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but you'll not see me smoking on them vaporizers. So,
do you smoke regular cigarettes?
Like I said, I've stopped this year.
Oh, good.
So I've only smoked maybe at most 10 cigarettes all year, but I'd say maybe around 6. So I'm slowly tempering off. But like I said, it's a. I don't wish that on anybody. If you're a smoker, it's really tough to quit, especially if you smoked for years.
Yeah.
But that shit's so bad for you, though. So bad. Once you stop for a while, you start to realize it. But I love a good cigarette, I'll tell you what. Cigarette after anything. Cigarette after a meal. Cigarette after sex. Cigarette after smoking weed. Cigarette after taking a shit. Cigarette after having a good drink of pop. Cigarette after cigarette. That's right. That's right, man. That's right.
Oh, man.
Well, you got. I got a few other things here, but I think it's been a pretty solid episode. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I always enjoy talking to you, Derek. Always a blast, buddy. You got anything tomorrow night, right? You got something on the agenda?
Yeah, everybody's still hanging out tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stoner Spelling Bee featuring Vito and Madeline, Georgia Peach Madeline from Weedaholics, and Cinder and Doobie from Doobie Brothers AZ. They're going to go head-to-head. It's going to be nutty, man. It's going to be nutty. So looking forward to that. Going to be fun. I think there's going to be a lot of people watching that one, man, because they've all been talking it up crazy in their live videos, and Bedroom Radio's been getting peppered with new follows all the last 2 or 3 days. So I think it's going to be a good thing for the channel and everything.
That's awesome, man. It's all upward and onward.
Yes, sir.
I'm all about this shit. I'm all about it. I hope you guys, everybody that watches the RowdCAST, again, I expect, we're just starting, but I expect more phone calls. I want to hear from you guys. I want to talk to you guys. I know you guys got shit to say about some of this fucking weird shit we talk about. So I want to see more inclusion. I want to see more chatter. So, and also, like I said, we're going to figure this guest thing out. I'm going to figure out how I can get somebody in studio, whether we have to share a microphone or broadcast it myself so we can have 2 lines. We'll figure it out, but stay tuned. We got shit coming, okay? And the RowdCAST's got a lot of awesome fucking funky shit. It just, the RowdCAST wouldn't be the RowdCAST if the universe didn't write itself. All these stories are out here for me to talk about and for the taking, so expect lots more pedophile shit, lots more terrible, disgusting, weird shit, okay? So that's what I love, and I think that there's a lot of people out there that love it too. All right, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. You need to stay weird. Peace.
It's a dark, cold world out there. There's a time to live and a time for a man to die. There are places for dead men